Most people think becoming a millionaire is the hardest part, but the truth is the first 100K is the real battle. Once you hit that number, everything changes. Your money starts working harder than you do, and wealth begins to skyrocket almost automatically. In this video, I'll show you why crossing 100K is the turning point that can completely transform your financial future. Compounding starts to work for you. Let's start with the most important reason: compounding. Compounding is the magic of money making money. At lower amounts, it barely feels like it matters. If you have $10,000 invested and it grows at 7% a year, that's only about $700. Nice, but not life-changing. But at $100,000, that same 7% suddenly becomes $7,000 in a year. That's like giving yourself an extra month's salary without working a single additional hour. This is why investors like Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's longtime partner, often said, "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it." They understood that once you reach that threshold, the snowball effect begins. At first, the snowball is tiny and barely rolls forward, but once it grows, gravity takes over and suddenly it's building speed on its own. With 100K, your investments finally start generating meaningful returns, and when you reinvest those returns, the effect compounds year after year. It's the difference between slowly pushing a car uphill and coasting downhill with momentum. The psychology of six figures. But wealth isn't just math, it's also mindset. Crossing the six-figure mark changes the way you see yourself. Before 100K, money often feels fragile. You're saving, but you worry one emergency could wipe it all out. After 100K, you start to feel a sense of stability. You don't just see yourself as someone working for money anymore, you see yourself as an investor, someone who builds wealth intentionally. This shift is powerful. Suddenly, you want to protect your money instead of spending it recklessly. You begin to think long-term instead of focusing on short-term gratification. That mindset becomes a shield against bad habits. It also gives you confidence. Socially, six figures is a milestone that signals discipline and responsibility. Internally, it tells you, "I can do this. I know how to grow money." That confidence fuels even better financial decisions. And before you know it, you're saving more, investing smarter, and thinking bigger than you did before you crossed that line. Access to better investments and opportunities. Another reason 100K is such a game changer is that it gives you access to better opportunities. When you're just starting out with a few $1,000s, your options are limited. You put it in a savings account, maybe buy a few shares of stock or contribute to a retirement plan. But with 100K, entirely new doors open. You can now put down a serious payment on a rental property, diversify across stocks, bonds, and real estate, or even consider private investments that require higher minimums. Many investment opportunities don't even allow you to participate unless you have $25,000, $50,000, or $100,000 to put in. At this level, banks treat you differently too. You qualify for better loan terms, lower interest rates, and higher credit limits. All of this creates a financial environment where your money can multiply faster. Think of it this way: when you're broke, every decision is about survival. When you hit 100K, your decisions shift to strategy. That's where the real acceleration begins. Discipline turns into momentum. But here's something most people don't realize. You can't stumble into 100K. You don't wake up one day and accidentally have that much saved. You get there through consistent discipline, saving every month, cutting unnecessary expenses, resisting lifestyle inflation, and investing even when it feels slow. By the time you reach 100K, you've already built the habits that make wealth inevitable. And those habits don't just disappear, they turn into momentum. What once took years to save now takes months. The same discipline that got you to 100K will push you to 200K, 300K, and beyond, but faster each time because now your investments are working with you. It's like pushing a heavy car. The hardest part is getting it to move. Once it's rolling, it takes far less energy to keep it going. The momentum of discipline ensures that the climb beyond 100K feels easier, even though the numbers are bigger. Network and lifestyle upgrades. Finally, there's the impact of your network and lifestyle. Money attracts money, and once you have 100K, you often find yourself in new circles. You meet investors, entrepreneurs, and professionals who are also focused on growth. Your conversations change. You talk about opportunities, business ideas, and investments, not just about expenses or bills. This new network creates mentorship, partnerships, and friendships that naturally accelerate wealth. Your lifestyle also upgrades, but not in the reckless way people imagine. Instead of buying flashy cars, many six-figure savers focus on smart upgrades, tools that make them more productive, environments that make them healthier, and routines that save time and energy. These small lifestyle shifts compound just like money, creating even more capacity to grow wealth. And most importantly, you stop thinking in terms of short-term survival and start thinking in terms of generational wealth. So, why does wealth skyrocket after 100K? Because 100K is the threshold where everything changes. Compounding starts producing real results. Your psychology shifts from spender to investor. You gain access to better opportunities. Your discipline becomes momentum, and your network and lifestyle evolve to support long-term success. That's why the first 100K is the hardest, but also the most important milestone in your financial life. If you're still on your way there, don't get discouraged. Focus on building habits, staying consistent, and investing steadily. Because once you cross that line, the climb to $1 million and beyond becomes not just possible, but inevitable. If this video helped you see money differently, hit the like button, subscribe for more financial strategies, and share this with someone working towards their first 100K. Thanks for watching. Now, go build your wealth.